Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching us from. This is Perspective, and we're here this week with another very interesting edition. I would like to let you know that this time around today, we are shooting this important discussion all the way from Abuja, Nigeria. And I have all these wonderful ladies who have flown all over the world, partly to have this interesting conversation. Once again, you all know me. I'm Karen. I'll just let these ladies introduce themselves. On my right-hand side is
Neki.
And on my left is
Chika
and
Tina.
Thank you, ladies. It's so nice to have all of you here. Today, we are going to be discussing a very interesting topic. All I would say to you is just get a cup of tea, coffee, glass of juice, whatever you have, and just have a seat and listen to this wonderful conversation. We're going to be talking about female relationships. I know I've talked about, or I've seen people who have discussed their difficulties establishing and maintaining relationship with female folks. Somebody has told me in the past, women are so dramatic, I can't deal with them. So we're just gonna really talk to these ladies. I would like to tell you that these ladies are well-sophisticated ladies, high-profile career ladies, run businesses, and they've had experiences, associating with women from all over the world. So it will really be interesting to know their thoughts about female relationship. I'm going to start with you, Chinwe, Tina. What are your thoughts about female relationship? What is your experience, having female friends? Just tell us who, like to know.
Well, that's an interesting one. In my opinion and my thoughts, I think having a relationship with females, it's more like having a relationship with the males as well.
Okay.
I don't think there's a difference.
Okay.
It all depends on whom you are dealing with. Mm-hmm. In other words, I say that as an individual thing.
Okay.
And from my past experience, I've had a very positive relationship with ladies, friends, co-entrepreneurs like myself, as well as I've had some relationships that didn't go as expected.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want to generalize it. I feel like some ladies, some females can be very, very supportive,
Right.
meet you at the point of your needs,
Right.
Be that shoulder you want to lean on.
Yeah.
On the other hand, some ladies as well, when they say dramatic, trust us, drama queens, we got it. So, yes, I would just be in between and say it's worked for me in the past.
Okay.
And I want to do that again with female.
Okay.
And, the genders all together.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tina. It's been really interesting to know that you've had a positive feedback. I want to ask Neka, what is your thoughts about female relationship? I see that you have your very lovely friend who you've known for so long. Tell me, how long have you guys known each other? What is the story behind your relationship? Tell us. I'm curious. I really like to know. Yeah.
Oh yes. How will I say it? I am not too much a relationship person. I don't like to get too close to people. I like to stay on my own right from day one.
Right.
But at the same time, if I found a friend in you, I will hold it 100%.
Right.
I've known her for more than 20-something years.
Wow.
But the only thing I needed in a relationship is trust.
Right.
Once I trusted you, if I trust you, I'll go on with it.
Good.
And I'll carry on.
Good.
But we have been friends even when I was here and traveled, and we still maintain the relationship.
Wonderful.
Which is really, really good for us. The trust is there.
Yeah.
And we keep in touch.
Yeah.
And I'll be short, even when I travel, we keep talking to each other until it grows. And now everything has gone mega, or I don't know how to say it, but what I know is that it's good to have a good relationship that you trusted so much.
Yeah.
And that works for you.
Wonderful. So let me just ask, overall, would you say, not just about Chika, but overall, would you say you've had a positive relationship with women, with the female gender?
Okay, like our colleagues, Chinwe said something that it's in between. It's not 100%. And she had bad relationship before and a good relationship. Yes, it is. I've had a very good relationship and bad one.
Okay.
But if I look at the bad one, I will not have friends again.
Okay.
Because it was really, really bad.
Right.
But I'm a very positive person.
Okay.
I go for the positivity.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I mean, it's really interesting to see that people keep together, maintain friendship for as much as 20 years. It's really nice. I think it's something we should also teach our children, It's a really good virtue. So I would like to ask you, Chika, what are your thoughts? Have you had any negative experience? I know you're a businesswoman, you're also a career woman. Tell me, have you done businesses with females? Have you worked with females? Have you, tell me what your experience has been overall, with our gender.
Okay. Thank you for that question.
Yeah.
I'll say that I've really had some kind of relationships that that made me to like, I'm done. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But sometimes one thing you must have in your mind, at the back of your mind, that everybody's not the same.
Okay. Wow.
You meet the good ones, you meet the bad ones.
Okay.
But you try to use the character of the good ones to cover up for the bad ones.
Okay.
You understand? I've had a situation whereby I saw somebody in church.
Yeah.
The person approached me.
We're coming to that church.
The person approached me, greeted me from there, because people keep warning me that I'm the kind of, I trust too much.
Oh.
Once somebody walks into my life, I open up my heart to the person.
Right.
But I've been dealt with badly. This person, I housed the person.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Okay.
A house that somebody put in my care.
Yeah.
Nobody was there. I asked the person to go in when the person was having accommodation challenges.
Right.
The person entered there. At the end of the day, when it was time for the owner of the house to come back, I asked them, please. So like 3 months.
Yeah.
I became a bad person. My name was all over the place. You understand? So I can say that you always have them, the bad ones. But the good ones that you have, you use the way you relate with them to cover up for so that it wouldn't make you to be, I don't know how to put it now. It wouldn't make you to shut the people that you're supposed to help out of your life.
Good. Okay. So wow. Wow. Thank you so much. I mean, I really understand what you've been through, helping somebody out, and then telling the person, you need to move out, and then you become a bad person for rendering help. I hope that doesn't stop you from helping people in the future. Thank you so much. That was very insightful. And for you, Amaka, tell us, we need to hear, what are your thoughts about girlfriends? That's what we used to call it in the past.
Well, thank you so much for this question, because it's really a good one. I'm going to start from my own self. I'm a people's person.
Yeah.
And I trust people so much.
Yeah.
And I've never had anything negative about my friends. It's all good.
Okay.
So I've been attracted to good people.
Okay.
And people trust me a lot. Like growing up in my house was like female's house, because everybody loved Amaka. Everybody wants to be with Amaka.
Yeah.
And all the rest of it. But yeah, it's been good. I know a lot of people have gone through a lot, but my experience has been good.
Okay.
So I keep a lot of female relationships.
Okay.
I've got a lot of them.
Okay.
And I've never had any bad experiences.
Okay.
So I'm kind of to say it's good to try it. You know?
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's good to have people like you.
Yeah.
It's good to have friendships.
Okay.
It's good to trust people.
Right.
And it's good to help people.
Okay.
And all the rest of it. So yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So
tell us, what about you?
I'll come to myself, but there was just a question in my head, so I'm going to ask it before I forget.
Yeah.
So, is it okay to let your female friends get to know your spouse or your partner, your husband, and also have that kind of bond relationship with your partner? Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's safe? So I don't know who wants to answer. Start with that answer for me. Go on, Tina.
Tina keeps starting, right? Anyways, well, having your female friends, getting so close with your partners, I think we have to be cautious because from experience, from the past, I've actually seen, though it hasn't happened to me personally, but I've had friends who's got bad experiences from letting female friends into their home. When I say home, like matrimonial home, and giving them that access to your spouse. I've had a friend that, not only that, she betrayed that trust because, it takes a trust for you to now bypass the relationship you have with your friend, and now you want to introduce the person to your husband. That's because you have trusted that person to an extent, for you to open your door. So I've seen situations that, terrible things where you see ladies, after they have been introduced to their spouse, they will betray the trust. When at the back, stir up issues. At the end of the day, you'll find out that the root of everything is jealousy. It could be that female is jealous of the female friends. Ladies, when we say drama things, it's real. But, a lot of these ladies can pretend, and they will just be waiting for the right time to strike. So when you let that person very intimately without, ascertaining where you want the boundary to be, and you open up wholeheartedly, we just have to be cautious. Because this lady ended up ruining the friend's marriage, and they broke up. So when it happens like that, what they say, that experience is the best teacher. It hasn't happened to me, but because it happened to my friend, I also learned from it that there has to be a boundary.
Absolutely.
Before I get you in, I would have made sure that this relationship, it's gone beyond friendship. You are a sister, like I've texted you, vested you, before I can bring you in to introduce you to my spouse.
Thank you. I like that word, tested and vested. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tina. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I just wanted to add to that. I think it comes from, I think we women, we get too excited and overly carried away. I think it comes from always telling it all to your friends, especially when you have a good partner, a good husband. Oh, my husband did this for me. Oh, my husband did this one. Oh, and then, before you know it, jealousy starts and, growing. I don't know anyway, but it's interesting to hear that. I don't know if any other person has anything to say in regards to that. Will you bring in your female friends to get to know your husband, your partner? Will you really allow that relationship to get to that level?
Yeah, I would say that I will allow the relationship to get to a certain level. From experience, I've seen it. It's not me, quite alright, but I have a friend. And most especially men like to stay with they don't want to mix up. Do you understand? Introducing your friend to your spouse, they don't too like it.
Would you say it's all the men of you?
Not, but in majority, because they are very, very jealous of that. And let's say, for example, when you're used to your friend, if your husband asks, oh, let me ask this my friend, they don't like that kind of thing. They don't want you to be introducing your friend to that, but they want you to be yourself. They want you to bond, two of you to bond before the third party. They don't like it. So I have this friend of mine who we are very close in back where we live in. So she got married to this particular, and me, once you're married, I step out. That's me. I'll first of all step out because I don't want it. So, but she keep coming to me about them. I noticed that the man is not happy.
Right.
So one day she made a statement to me. Oh, why is it that if the girl said, okay, let me call my friend. Why is it always this your friend? Do you understand? You can see the jealousy in it.
Right.
Mistakenly, she now said it to me, and that was the end of it. I say, I know. Let me allow you and your husband. I knew it. Let me allow two of you to chill and understand, which is good. There's no third party. Because they are still getting to learn to know themselves, and you're in that marriage is not so good. For me, it's better you allow them to know, because in there you don't know the mind of that your friend, whether she's happy for you or not. Do you understand? The heart is very deep. You don't know the person's mind. Maybe the person is not happy because you've gotten a good person. And from your own side, the way you say it, oh, my husband does this, like you said. Oh, my husband bought this for me. Sometimes it's not. We women, we have to hold certain things.
Yeah, don't share too much.
No, it's too much. And that was why so many women have problem with their marriages. Because when you're sharing it out too much, the person you're sharing it, is she happy?
Right.
The person can flash this smile, but you don't know the inside of it. So you have to read in between, ask God. That was why God had to come in and that to help you to hold yourself, not to be losing too much. Do you understand? And when you manage yourself, and it's, even if you're bringing in the person, there's certain things you say and not everything.
Okay.
We have to be very cautious and mindful of the way we introduce ourselves. And sometimes, let me carry on, sometimes you don't understand, you don't know whether your husband loves you that much. And if you
I was coming to that. I wanted to say, if you have a dodgy husband.
You understand? You don't know. You don't know.
If you have a dodgy husband, just keep your female relationship.
It's better out.
I mean, you know who you're married to. Let's not fool ourselves, ladies.
But it's not going to change the dodgy husband.
Yeah, but let him play dodginess.
I know that. Yes, I was going to say that. So irrespective of the fact that you're keeping your friends out there,
just play the game.
Husband could still sneak out and do their dodgy things.
But you're not holding them.
I know.
Oh, that's interesting.
Anyway, for me, I would say, you know, in as much as everybody's saying the negative things about, you know, introducing a friend
to your spouse.
To your spouse, I would say sometimes it's good to give it a go. Some female friends are they're good ones.
Of course.
They will advise you well. You know, marriage is deep. Sometimes you can't carry it alone by yourself.
That's right.
You need to speak out.
Yep.
You need to talk to somebody. You know, in as much as you're trying to stay with your spouse and do everything, sometimes it can get to this point that you need to kind of voice out. But you need to speak to someone that you've trusted. Like Chinwe said, tested. You know,
Invested.
So these are the things that I know that people have had experiences, you know, they don't want to go through that again. And like she said, you learn from someone's mistake. You know, you wouldn't want it to happen to you.
Yeah.
But somehow, relationships, marriages, it can be too much. That somehow you need someone who you trusted and trusted to kind of say it out.
Support you.
Someone to support you. There's a lot of things going on that you need to speak to people to help you, you know, in, you know, doing things and kind of someone to support you.
That's right.
Okay. I want to say something
Go on.
concerning this. You know, in things, when you're doing things in life, wisdom is key.
Yeah.
You really have to be wise.
Yes.
And in choosing or in handling situations. I had a friend then that one day I was out of town, and there's this friend that two of them, I got to know one from the other.
Right.
They are so very, very close, like they are so close and very tight. So one day, the other one was having a problem in the place that she was staying. She was living with her children. So she called me that, please, can I come to your house and pass the night, please? I wasn't around. I was out of town. So I told her that I was not around. There's nobody at home. So I had to call that her friend. I said, hold on, let me call your friend. I called that her friend, said that this person is stranded. Well, please, can she come to you? She said, no, let her stay there. Let her not come. Do you understand? Let her not come. I would not I said, why? She didn't tell me anything that day. It was another day that she said that she does not trust that friend.
Okay.
That the lady might come to her house now, the husband might start seeing. But if you see the close, they are very, very close.
Yeah.
What happened? She used wisdom to salvage the situation.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much, Chika. wisdom is profitable to direct. You know, so I'm going to be in the middle in this discussion. Are female relationships good? Yes, they are. I personally believe that women should come together and run businesses. You know, women should come together and support each other. You know, women should come together and do things for the economy, do things to improve the growth of humanity. Yes. I also believe that you need to be wise when keeping friends. You know, I also believe you need to, you know, make sure you know who you're bringing into yourself. Make sure you really know that this person is trustworthy. You know, don't just let anybody into your life. Don't just let anybody into your family. Yes, if a relationship goes to a certain level, and, you know, relationship is like raising a child. You know, the child begins to crawl, begins to walk, you know. There are times our relationship move from friendship to sisterhood. You know, in that level, yes, you know, families get to know each other, husbands get, you understand. But make sure, you know, you give that relationship time. Thank you so much, viewers. We've had a wonderful, wonderful discussion. I don't know if anybody has anything else to say before we call it a day today. Okay. Viewers, thank you so much. Let us know what your thoughts are about female relationship. Let us know what you think. Please share this video, like, comment, subscribe. And until this time, we will see you again next week. Bye-bye.